What is this that I just picked up? Oh, cloud damage.
Oh yeah.
That would have been useful.
Indeed. Probably. Also, it's still funny how many trans people I see on there. It's just... Also just straight up dudes. I don't know if they just like accidentally...
They accidentally became trans.
Like, no, I don't know if they just accidentally type or hit the female button just to see.
Yeah.
Or maybe like, I don't know if they just like, hey, I wonder what my competition's looking like here. So let me just pop in as a female real quick. So I thought about doing that too. I'm like, I wonder how the competition's looking. Well, the dudes I'm up against here.
That's how you gotta be careful. That's how it starts.
Indeed. Start looking at dudes and all of a sudden, ugh.
You find out some things about yourself.
things you never thought you would ever see in yourself.
It's like those that Super Bowl commercial where it was like this person is really like tight spandex pants, and then it pans up, it's a dude. And I want to kill myself.
Or like when you see a naked butt in a movie and you're like, oh, that's a nice butt there. And then it's a dude.
Yeah. I don't think that's gay.
I mean, is it gay if you don't know it's a dude? That's what I wonder. And then, like, as soon as you find out it's a dude, you're like, ugh.
I mean, butts are butts, right?
Yeah, exactly. Butts are pretty much the same between men and females anyways.
Yeah.
And some dudes have really feminine butts. It is definitely true.
It's their fault for tricking me.
Yeah, it's their fault for being traps, dude.
Yeah. They need to do some... Whoa!
Isn't that sexy?
Butts.
That's called a mancubus.
Ugh. I'm gonna spank his mancubus.
Indeed.
He's got a squibbling front butt.
The squibbling front butt. Henceforth, I want my gamer tag to be a squibbling front butt. I'm getting rid of Moist Glider. Moist Glider has served me well up until now. Now it can only be squibbling front butt.
Oh, he wasn't that bad. I was using that gun on him too.
Indeed.
Can I just use a chainsaw on that lad?
Yeah.
I should have just done that.
Indeed.
Yeah, I remember in middle school we used to call vaginas front butts. And that's one of the cringiest things I've ever heard.
I love it.
Whoa! Jeez! You can't just do that.
You can't do that! That's against the rules, man!
You can't just approach me.
You can't just approach me like that.
You didn't even like my OkCupid profile.
Come on, you need to send me a message first, bro.
Ah! My own worst enemy. I can't use the rocket launcher.
You swiped right on yourself, bro.
I can't use the rocket launcher. It's gonna kill myself. I have to ban.
I mean, isn't that the whole point?
True. That was a classic Halo move too.
Indeed. Try to rocket jump and kill yourself instead.
Oh yeah, to get that one skull. Actually,
in Halo 3.
Yeah, there's two skulls I think that used rocket jumps, right?
There might be.
There was the one where you had the scarabs and the scorpions, the sans level.
Yeah.
You needed the rocket jump, I think, to get to that, or grenades. Mm-hmm. And then there was the one, I think, on the last level in the snow where there's the guy in his boxers jumping around. That Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one definitely needs a rocket jump, at least to get
definitely.
The boxer guy. I know. Please don't shoot me.
Don't shoot me, Plex.
He's weak to rockets.
Well, yeah. I mean, rockets are pretty strong.
Oh wow, jeez. You popped.
Indeed.
I popped the fat man.
Pop goes the fat man.
Please die.
You're
getting too close now. I will have to assault you. You'll never get to the Supreme Court now.
Are you assaulting me? You just assaulted a disabled person.
I don't think that made sense either what I said.
I'm
going to assault him so he can't get into the Supreme Court. Anyway, I would kill him.
I'm going to accuse you of assault. No corroborating evidence except for this video that we're recording right now.
This is demon racism.
They're not demons. They're mortally challenged. Come on, you've been over this.
Ah, yes. They're fluffy impaired.
Fluffy impaired? I identify as fluffily impaired.
I wonder if anyone's ever killed someone like that. They just grabbed him by the neck and slapped him in the face.
Probably.
I know my grandpa, a guy tried, he would always run because he was healthy. Mm-hmm. And a guy tried to mug him.
Yeah.
And just punched him in the face, and the guy fell over. And my grandma didn't know if he was alive or not, so he just kept running. Because he was a professional boxer. So
yeah.
A punch from him
probably would kill somebody.
Yeah, because would have the potential to kill a normal person.
Yeah, if you ever get knocked out like that, there is just like a chance that you won't wake up from it.
Yeah, that's true because you like oxygen to your brain or hemorrhages and all, all kinds of stuff could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about superheroes. It's like, oh, I don't kill anyone, but like
you knock somebody out and you got like a 25% chance of accidentally killing them.
Yeah, like a quarter of the people that you quote unquote knocked out are probably dead, if at least
if not
vegetables.
Severe brain damage.
Yeah, like severe
concussion
brain is the worst injuries possible. Get out of here! Get out of here!
I also like how you were like, oh hey, can I use the chainsaw on these guys? And
I never
have
did.
not done that once.
Should I see what it looks like?
Go for it. It's fun, man.
Epic!
That's epic!
Oh dear. That was
pretty epic, dude.
That was foul.
It's delightful. It turned me on. I'm hard now.
That's how it was birthed.
You were born by C-section? I was too, actually.
I wasn't, actually.
Oh, okay. I was. Because I was premature.
Ah.
Because my mom started bleeding out of her vajutal, and they didn't know if I would make it.
Ah.
And so they gave her steroids to develop me, and then they're like, okay, we're getting him out.
First, it's jacked up.
Yeah, it is.
Do
My
animals
brother
have the problem? I feel like humans are just jacked up.
I don't know.
I
I think that if there's ever a problem for an animal during childbirth, then they're basically dead. Like, with humans, there's at least the possibility of surviving it, and it's obviously increased significantly with medical technology advancing. Because both me and my brother had some sort of issues with our births. Because my brother went out, he was born the wrong way around, like he came out feet first, so they had to, or he was coming out feet first, so they had to do a C-section on my mom for him too, in order to actually pull him out without him suffocating.
Yeah, it just seems so inefficient and jacked up.
Indeed.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about humans earlier this week, and I was like, just thinking about it, like, we love, like, hair. A lot of people love doing the hair, and it's one of the most, like, common attractive features of a person. Like,
right, yeah.
Hair is huge for me in a female.
In a woman.
Yeah. And yet, if you think about it, we probably look so goofy. We're just like these naked creatures with like mushroom top hairs on our head.
Indeed.
Don't
forget you can indulge them.
Yeah. It's just very silly, it seems.
Yeah.
Granted, I guess if you keep letting it grow and you grow like a beard, maybe it looks less strange.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just seems weird. There's no other creatures like that, I don't think. They just have like a tuft of hair randomly on the top of them.
Yeah. And very little hair on the rest of their bodies.
Yeah.
Because pretty much all creatures have fur.
Okay. Do I have to wait for this to come around?
I'm not sure what you have to do. But I do remember jumping up there and be like, oh hey, what's this? And then I got crushed. Maybe I'll jump on it once it props out. Maybe once it retreats.
Yeah.
There you go. Ooh!
That's scary.
Indeed. 255 me.
I hear them.
Indeed.
Approaching.
Here they come!
So, my most disgusting experience of my life.
Mm-hmm. Do tell.
So, I was supposed to volunteer at the Chicago Marathon, as I have it like every year since middle school.
Yeah.
And so we have to get up at like 2 or 3 in the morning to get there on time because we have to be there by like 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I was of course going to sleep at like 6.
Of course.
And at least attempting to.
Mm-hmm.
And I fell asleep on the couch, and then our security alarm wakes me up, and it's beeping and annoying. It's just, and I find it's just a low battery.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, that's weird. But the battery's gone out before, we just had to replace it. It's rechargeable, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I look, and they're both plugged in, and the backup battery's plugged in, and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, well, whatever. And then I go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because I just woke up. And I notice my lights come on, but the one outlet I have in my downstairs bathroom is not working.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, huh, that's odd.
Yeah.
So I go to the breaker, and I've labeled all of them except one, because I never knew what it did.
Yeah.
And like, huh, I wonder what this does. So I try to flip it on, and the sewage ejection pump makes a crazy noise, and every time I try and turn the fuse back on, it just shorts out immediately. So I found out the 3 things on that breaker are the backup alarm battery, my one bathroom outlet, and the sewage ejection pump.
Very nice.
And so I found out the sewage ejection pump was what was making it trip.
Yeah.
So
you got some nice shit coming up?
well, so I've done like some plumbing and work and stuff with Rick before.
Yeah.
Because I did construction for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I could probably fix this. And I find it's in a pretty crazy spot. We have this shelf, or this like it's like a counter in our laundry room, but the actual counter part of it is movable, and the sub pump is in there.
Okay.
Or the sewage ejection pump. We have both. So I go in there and I remove. Of course the covers are bolted on with like 10 bolts, and I have to get them all off. And I get them off and I take the cover off. I'm like, ooh, this sewage pit is full.
Yeah.
And there's what's called it's the same thing as like in the back of a toilet with the float switch to turn on and off.
Yeah.
That's how the sewage ejection pump and a sub pump works. And I'm like, I'm not seeing the float switch. So
you're gonna have to do a little dig in there.
Yeah, and it's so full. I'm like, how am I gonna get this sub pump out?
Yeah.
So I got it out eventually. I actually grabbed it by the cords, and luckily those didn't snap. And I snapped the pipe though, so I had to get a new pipe. It was a PVC pipe, and I was able to cut and replace a new one. It's easy.
Yeah.
I guess I need help. I probably should.
Probably.
So by this point it's like 10 o'clock at night, because that was not easy to get off with all those bolts, and I didn't know where it was, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong at first, and all this is happening. So actually it's not 10 because
go to the waypoint on the left.
Okay. Oh yes. It was actually probably because I think Menards closes like 8, so it was
really, your Menards closes at 8.
Or maybe it closes at 10. It was
mine closes at 10.
Okay, it was 1 hour before Menards is supposed to close, whenever that is. It's like, okay, we gotta get to Menards, and I gotta get this fixed, because that pit is really full. And I mean, a lot of our stuff goes to that. The laundry...
You need to jump on that thing.
Oh, yeah. The laundry machine, our bathrooms, the toilets, and the sinks, of course. I'm like, we can't just not use all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't let it fill up. That's gonna be horrid.
Yeah.
So I have to go and replace this. I'm up all night, and like, man, I'm just not gonna be able to go, because I did end up being up when my mom, nearly when my mom left to go.
Yeah.
And so when I was taking the pipe off, you have geez, what's that called? I can't remember the name right now, but it's a one-way extension, or part of a pipe, so that you don't get backflow into your pump.
Yeah, I don't know the name of it either. I get the idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I guess that was good for this.
Yeah, just wait for it to go around again.
Yeah. So there's, of course, the clamps that are holding it on, the rubber things on each side, with the, like, you screw them on with, like, the metal clamps, you know?
Yeah.
And so I dropped one into the pit.
Of course. And
so I'm like, well, great. Now I have to go back to Menards tomorrow to get that, because there's no other way that this is going to be safe. But, like, I want to test this tonight, because I don't want to feel like I didn't accomplish anything, even though I did a ton of stuff. So I'm like, maybe I'll just like tie a tight string around that part of the pipe and test it.
No.
And I didn't. And I. Well, I guess
that hurts you. Yeah.
I was hoping to try and jump around it, but probably shouldn't have tried that. And part of the pipe. And so I ended up. And so, I tried that, and water started squirting out of it, and the pipe almost popped off. So, like, okay, this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hold it down.
Okay.
And that's when I realized that I forgot to completely tighten the clamp on the other side.
Oh no.
And the pipe that popped off was aiming directly at my face.
Oh no.
So I literally, my whole...
Ate shit?
Yes. my whole body was covered in it because the outlet's across the room and I can't turn it off without getting to the across there. So my whole body, my face and head and hair first, of course, was covered in feces, toilet paper, like anything that has gone down our toilet since that broke. It was the worst.
That is the definition of unfortunate.
Yeah,
Can I get an F in the chat for that, man?
Yeah, like now you understand. Can you imagine anything else that is
Possibly
likely to
more
happen
disgusting?
to me in my life that will be as bad as that?
I don't think so.
As disgusting
No,
as that.
I wouldn't. I honestly can't imagine something worse than that.
Yeah.
Other than a blood-ridden tampon being in there too.
Yeah. And I mean that's dangerous. I could have gone like.
Yeah, you could have gotten infections, and if you got shit in your eyes.
Yeah.
Or if you ate some, then you could have gotten sick from that.
Yeah, I forget what that's called. I think it starts with an H.
You could get
hepatitis.
Hepatitis. You can get Ebola. No, E. coli.
E. coli. Yeah, E. coli. Yeah, that's the big one. Ooh,